PlayStation because, let me tell you why. So I got the new webcam, obviously, and so I wanted to see if I can somehow get it to work on the PlayStation. That way I can stream 2K on the gaming channel with a face cam. If I can do that, that would be awesome. And then I also have the mic. That is a USB mic, and I have confirmed it does work on the PlayStation. So I want to see if the webcam works, because then that would be like a doubly epic thing. And plus, I just love playing 2K. I haven't played in a while, and I kind of want to. This is a perfect opportunity. So I don't think I can get that to broadcast with this, which is unfortunate, but that's kind of sort of what I expected, because I did a little research yesterday. Didn't think I could actually do it, but I wanted to try again just to be sure. Now I'm just gonna play some 2K because it's fun. Also, for some reason today this coffee's just hitting extra hard today. Oh. I've got a few thoughts I would like to express. So I've been thinking a bit today about clickbait, and it's an interesting concept to me because usually you think of it as sort of a bad thing and has a bad connotation to it, but I feel like it's only really bad if you use it incorrectly. Because you see people take, like, you know, they're click, like, it's what you think of clickbait when you think clickbait. It's like, it's so blatantly obvious that it's clickbait that it's not really, it's not good. But then there's other cases where you use it as a quite literal form of getting clicks, but you're trying to attract people to what actually your content is about. Like, I see it a lot in the vlogging space. It's like, it's hard to say exactly what your video is about in the title, because a lot of times, you know, say for example, if you go to the park in your vlog, you can't just say in the title, oh, you can't just say, I went to the park today. That's not interesting. That's not click worthy. That's not really gripping, you know? So one thing that I think in a sense it's okay, and I feel like it shouldn't be as frowned upon as it is for stuff like that, because, you know, on from a general, you know, lens, that's not interesting. But interesting things could have happened that you can take and use as your title, your thumbnail, just so it isn't presented in a horribly boring way. And then there's the flip side where people use it, so I would say that people abuse clickbait, where it's like their video is about one thing, and then they brand it or they title and use a thumbnail that's completely different, and it just draws clicks just so they get views on their video. Like, I was looking at my own vlogs today, and just for a recent example, my vlog from last Saturday was the best invention of all time. I don't think a lot of people would think that the air fryer is the best invention of all time, but in order to kind of intrigue, that's what I used, because it's not necessarily lying, because the thumbnail is, you know, telling you, hey, this is an air fryer, but that is sort of, I would say it's almost like making a take about a certain thing. For example, in this example, I'm using the air fryer and I'm claiming it's the best invention of all time. May or may not be true, but it strikes intrigue in a viewer, at least to me, and it has shown because it's done better than the vlogs that I've done recently. And so in that way, I feel like clickbait is an acceptable resource. Whereas, say if I would have said like, oh, my air fryer exploded, or something ridiculous like that, that's clickbait. That's where clickbait's bad rap, because people use it and they use it in a certain way to just, they just use it incorrectly. And I feel like that's the main thing about it, is that they use it incorrectly. Whereas if it was used properly, then I feel like it's okay. And I'm looking at it here on my channel. There's a lot of these where I, just like I was saying, like the best invention of all time. I have the best invention of all time, the best nachos in Memphis, the world's dirtiest car. Like, these are all bold statements, not necessarily true to a certain person, but I feel like it kind of makes you think, like, what is, maybe it is. It's not unrelated to the content that it actually is presented. It's more like an attractive way of getting you to engage with content that is actually about. I just feel like clickbait is always, it's always a weird thing to me, because you can use it, and I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like as a concept, you know, what you think of as clickbait is a good thing if it's used properly and if it's respected. If people abuse it, it's not going to serve its purpose. And I feel like it only works for certain things and in certain ways. This is a very general idea that I'm expressing to you guys, but I just want to talk about it because it's interesting, and I feel like you have to use it in certain senses as long as you use it correctly. Now, I say that you have to, but you don't necessarily have to use it. But if you break it down, if you reverse engineer that term, clickbait, essentially what it is you are trying to draw people in and get clicks. That's essentially making a thumbnail, realistically. Like, if you're making a thumbnail, if you're making a title, is that not clickbaiting? I mean, baiting, the bait portion of that word is kind of what's up in question. But I feel like just as a general concept, like trying to get clicks in general, that's where you can kind of see it more as just a method or a technique to get people into your videos, to draw them, to attract them. And I was looking back at my videos and I'm like thinking to myself, I feel like I use this a lot. Like I use, clickbait a lot less than I think I do, because I word things in such a way that is true to what I'm actually making. It's just slightly manipulated in the way that I word things that is a little bit more interesting and, clickable. Also, completely different topic. There's this bit on my floor. It's been cracking and just like it's coming apart. Like, see this? It's just these bits. They're just coming out. It's not good. I want to get me one of those like mats you use for office chairs and just put it over top it. Not even worry about it. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of clickbait and how you would define it. I think it's an interesting topic that it should not be like, I don't know. I feel like it's a lot less bad than it seems. It's just that people abuse it, so it is kind of bad in most senses, or it doesn't get classified as clickbait when you use it correctly, because it's not necessarily negative if you use it correctly. I would say using it correctly is more like using good keywords, using search terms. That way when people see these things, if they have something in their mind that they're looking for, and if they're trying to seek it out, then they'll be drawn to these certain things. So if you use it strategically and you use it correctly, I think it's fine and dandy. Let me know in the comments your guys' thoughts of that. But another day, another vlog is coming.